up, everybody? FSC Trucking. Today's going to be an interesting video because we're in the middle, or actually just getting ready to get started on round number 2. I'm up here in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. We're picking up some test weights. We've hauled these things before. They use them to test large cranes for capacity for lifting, as well as to lift it and hold it. So they're stackable. They actually have the ones we're doing. They actually can stack them up so you can put rings in them as well. They kind of look like little UFOs, to be honest. But they're not exactly light. They're like 43,000 pounds a piece. So they weigh a good amount. We got to haul them one at a time, obviously. We're picking up here in Manitowoc. I already did one. Loaded up first thing in the morning at like 6 o'clock. Taking them down to Waukesha. We've done this run before. I just don't really remember if I filmed it. We've hauled these a good distance in the past. Hauled them to Pennsylvania back before I had my own trailer. You got to go way back. I'll see if I can find a little piece of that. But they were pretty interesting. We loaded up at 6 o'clock in the morning, turned and burned for Waukesha, got unloaded, and now we're coming back up here to get number 2. Thing is, we got to get them loaded, turn and burn, because we got to be in Waukesha by 3 o'clock. If we don't, then we got to wait till Monday to unload it. So we should have enough time. They didn't waste any time loading me the last time I was up here. I literally backed in and put it on, pulled out, chained it down, flagged it up, gone. Got there, by the time I got my chains off, they got done with their brake, backed in, lifted it, done. So it worked out real good. Kind of funny how this one played out. We went out to Detroit, Michigan, unloaded that MB truck. They called me about this. I was like, all right, so I shot back out here to pick it up. And I don't even know how the conversation came up about me having the ability to get 2 of them. I don't remember how. It's just a matter of timing. So to do 2 full rounds, you kind of have to be quick with the time. You can't really fiddle fart around or delay much. I'd really like to be empty today, so I mean, if not, I could always load it and then go home and deliver it the following, you know, on Monday. Today's Friday, I forgot to mention that. But I'd really rather get unloaded today. That way I can just go home, take care of some crap over the weekend, and then start off Monday morning at the shop. I would really like to start working on my Ford Cabover. I came through here yesterday, I was looking at this. Wonder what that was there, that property. There was a building here, and look at this. They left the front door of the building untouched. This archway kind of thing. They left that. That's really interesting. That property is for sale too. I made the joke when I rolled out of there. I said, yeah, there you go. I should buy that and build my shop there. Wouldn't that be something, right? Yeah, imagine what that place would cost. Only trouble with living in Manitowoc or anywhere near right on the Wisconsin eastern shore is it's cold. I knew somebody that lived here all their life, and they always said it was, when you come to Manitowoc, it's usually about, especially in the winter time or even spring and fall, it's always about 10 degrees colder than it is everywhere else in Wisconsin. And for ride motorcycles, out here. You always feel the chill when you get here, especially this time of year. Granted, you're not riding bikes in winter, but it is definitely noticeably colder here than it is where I live. So, but there's industry around here. No, I don't know. We'll talk about that in the future if ever the opportunity arises to no longer be leasing all the property that we have, because I lease storage, I lease my shop, I live in a leased building. So yeah, we're looking into possibly changing that one day. I just don't know when. Like that piece right there, it's more of a ring rather than a UFO shaped looking thing. Either way, that's what we're getting, I believe, only because they got the crane rig to it. Yeah, I found a guy, he's like, I'll let them know they're at lunch. I'm like, well, they want me there by 3 o'clock. That's funny, I got to the other place to unload the first one. They were on their break. Now I get here, they're on their lunch. And then if I don't make it by 3, it's 12 now. It'll be tight. Hopefully we'll get it done sooner than later. got one more chain to tie up. I just want the other Widmeyer truck to be able to get in. Getting back and on in. Alrighty, now we're loaded. This one weighs less than the other one. The other one was like 43. This one is 31, 250. So it's pretty light. Tied down, flagged up. Strobes were already on. Let's roll. Round 2. Hours. We made the other one in under 2. One day I ought to come out here and film the trains. I haven't ever really seen one. I don't know how much railroad action still goes on through here. Usually we're going towards home, we'll make a right at this stop sign. But at the next stop sign is a railroad right next to the road. It's not street running, but it's real close. Chevy or Ford came around the corner right as I started rolling. We're not doing that Manitowoc, Wisconsin. Let me tell you something. One thing I love about this town is it's actually got some history to it. Not that far from here is the SS Badger, which is a coal-fired, like legit steamship. It was a railroad ferry. Put rail cars in it, ran it across the lake. Originally owned by the C&O, where's it B&O? I think C&O Railroad. Right now it's Lake Michigan Car Ferries owns it, but it's still coal-fired. Innovative. That one ain't, well, it's one of their places, I guess. Recognize their logo. My after cooler drama. Those many subscribers might know what I'm talking about. Anyways, really C&O Railroad, now Lake Michigan car ferries. Still coal-fired steamship, but it's a car ferry, not a railroad ferry. It did both at one point in its time. But it's quite old. That and they used to make World War II submarines in here. As a matter of fact, I think at the same place we just loaded at. Right in that same complex where they used to build. A subscriber told me a while back that that's where they made a lot of them World War II submarines. Cobia is not built here, but it's at the Wisconsin Maritime Museum. The Cobia is the same class of submarine, the Gato class, but the Cobia was not built here. But it's a survivor of World War II, so they keep it here because they used to build ships just like it right here. I think that's pretty badass. Built them here and sent them through the Chicago Canal into the Mississippi and on into the Gulf. So it's a highly industrial city, and I really hope to see it come back in full industrial, old-time American fashion. You guys know, if you followed me for any length of time, how much I really want this country to bring its industrial base back and bring it back in a big way. That's how we were able to stomp the ass out of not one but two major world powers that decided they wanted to F around, and we had to make sure that they found out, right? And I've always thought that we need to bring that type of attitude back, bring the industry back and the jobs back. I know we go to the ports a lot. Me personally, I do a lot of work bringing crap to and sometimes from the ports, but I'd rather be bringing back, hauling to or from industries that are here to make sure that we have jobs, and damn good ones at that. I'd love to see the city get back to being like a mecca of industry. Now, Wisconsin as a whole actually is not all that bad. There's actually a considerable amount of industry up through here. Bought my motorcycle, I would bring the kids up through here. They were still young enough to ride on the back of Dad's Harley, so I'd come up here and just something to see, something to do, you know. I've come up through here with the boat. Matter of fact, I'm gonna try to find a picture. There's a picture of me and Matt on the boat we had prior to the one we have now, over by the Cobia. Cobia's in the background. I should be able to find that picture pretty easy and put it up. So yeah, I don't live here, but I know people or know of people that live in this area, this region. I happen to notice that they're building on a hotel right near the movie theater. That AMC right off the side of the interstate. Man, as I look back, it's been an interesting life. Getting more interesting as the days go on, let me tell you. But I like, you know what, I like it. I ain't gonna complain a bit. Try my best to make my mark and do good in the process. Hopefully I inspire people to think a little more positive and try to drag yourself out of a bunch of bad crap if you're going through it right now. My best friend used to say all the time, he used to call these trucks think tanks. You just sit in them and you drive and you think. And sometimes you could just kind of self-destruct in a way. Your brain just thinks and thinks and thinks. And it kind of eats you up. You know, a lot of drivers say, you work real hard and life goes on without you, but you got to work hard to keep the bills paid. And the last handful of years have been real tough in this industry. Been rough. But we're going to push on. And I hope that I can keep doing that, showing you that that's how you do it. Just push on. One foot in front of the other. Day in, day out. guy told me 3. I was, well, got my brakes a little hot coming in.
Does it say 100% on the side of it?
Yeah.